Talk Shows fam, Ngosi Talk Shows, find your own voice, lead from within. So I'm on my own today, and everyone is taking a day off. So the topic today is how to overcome any difficult situation. Let me switch off this phone, guys. So in this enlightening video, I am going to guide you through to discover the practical steps and the insightful techniques to conquer any challenges situation in your life. And that comes your way, because the challenges will come your way. So at the end of this video, you'll be able to master any life challenge that is presented to you. You'll be able to overcome any difficult situation, and you'll be able to actually navigate through toughest phases of life. So wait, guys. Okay, switch off the volume. So why does life give us challenges? Sorry, guys, I'm kind of stuck. My dress is stuck. Why does life present us with challenges? Okay, I don't know what's happening with my video. So I'm still learning to set this thing up, and so I don't know what is happening. So through, okay, let's move that one on the side away. Okay, so why does life has to bring us so much challenges? Are you someone who find themselves every often stuck and unsure on how to move forward with life? I've been in that situation myself, where I find myself stuck, not knowing what to do. But in the end, I know that I'm not alone. And I know that in life we all encounter challenges, and but how we responded to those challenges, that's what it matters. It doesn't matter what kind of a challenge or challenges are. Any challenges, how we respond, we have to respond the same way when challenges comes our way. So if you guys are watching, so I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity. You can actually comment and tell me how you were able to actually overcome challenges that were presented to your life. Is very, very important for us to learn from each other, and also life is full of, I love this. So it's very important for us to learn from each other. I can learn from you, and you can learn from me as well. So on this video, basically, is just to learn the effective strategy of overcoming a difficult situation, and the step by step, actually, just to breathe and remind yourself that you are capable of handling any situation. Do you believe that you are capable of overcoming any obstacles? And do you believe that you can do it over again? Even when life throws you with some lemon, you can say, okay, life, I got this. When business throws you with something else, you're like, okay, business, I got this under control. So do you have that attitude? Because that attitude is actually needed. And also in life, we have to focus on one step at a time. And when you focus on one step at a time, you feel less overwhelmed. But when we try to grab that, try to fix that, it's not good for our health. It's important for us. If life throws us with different things at once, what do you guys do? For me, what I do is I stop. I pause and I seek support. Is very, very crucial to actually reach out to family. There are some family that they laugh when you have problems. I don't know if you guys have gone through those experiences where people actually laugh when you have problems. They will look at your situation and they will laugh at that situation. So I've been through all that. Like sometimes the family members will laugh at my situation, or sometimes friends will laugh at my situation. And sometimes that's what life, that's how it is. But how we respond to that situation, because friends do not define how God is able to take us to our next level. And family members don't define. We might come from the same bloodline, but those people don't define. We can love our families, but when we come to a situation where somebody's laughing at somebody, how we respond to that moment. For me, I intended to focus on the problem. When people laugh at me, I just focus on the problem. Like I've had so many with challenges with my business. I just focus on the challenges that I'm facing, and I know that whatever the challenges that comes my way, I know that the challenges that are at that moment, they're seasonal, they're not permanent. They're just there and they'll go away. And I know that I will also pull through to those challenges. So it is very, very, very important to actually shift your mindset, learn to shift your mindset and understand that you are here to make a difference in this world. You are not here to actually the reason why roadblocks comes our way is because the universe can see that we are great. If you are somebody that is great, challenges wouldn't come to you if you were not a great person. And it's important to cultivate a resilience mindset. It's important to embrace self-care. It's important to take care of your physical health. It's important to take care of you mentally, to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and also to take care of your well-being. Is very, very essential during difficult times. So if you guys you can engage, please feel free to engage. And when you guys engaged, it brings me joy. So whether you are facing challenges, it's either relationship or it's either finances. I have faced challenges in relationship myself. I have faced challenges in finances. I faced challenges in hardship. I faced challenges in personal setback. But the only thing that always keeps me going is to remember that I have the power to overcome any difficult situation. I'm in control, and God is in control. God will not respond if I did not ask, if I don't have power to actually ask him and say, God, intervene in my situation. So it is very, very important to know that whatever you do in life, you need that inner strength. You need strength to overcome the challenges that are in your way. You need your inner strength to unleash that power within. You need your inner strength to respond to any situation that is presented to you. And also, when you are dealing with a personal crisis in your career, or you could be career or setback, or simply maybe you're just looking for a promotion, and you need to understand, number one, the power of resilience. The power of resilience is very, very important, and it can be cultivated and honed over time. So it's very, very important to understand that you have the ability to bounce back from anything. You have the ability to actually, and also you need faith. Faith is something that, or is things that we hope for that have not seen, that you've not seen, but you believe that they have happened. So when we pray for God to hear our prayers. When we ask the universe, I believe that God is the universe. I don't know anybody's beliefs, because God created the earth, and the earth is the universe. The universe is God. To me, that's what I believe. And I believe that whatever goes on in my life, I have the ability in my mind, how I approach any challenge. I have the ability to actually not to dwell on the failures, but to actually thank the failure instead of focusing on finding solution and move forward. Instead of finding on the blame. Sometimes people, when they go through problems, they go to blame mode. They go to undenial, with either they will blame those who were not there, or they will blame, like in business, we blame the coaches that are not good. Guess what? Wherever you go, you will find that there are coaches that are not going to deliver and say they will deliver what they ask, what they promise. Or you will find that things may not go according to plan. I've learned that with my business, things don't always go to plan. But the beauty of life is, in the end, you get there if you believe. So if you believe, you can type and say, Nomsa, I believe, whatever the challenges that I go through. There are some challenges, like let's say if you enter a relationship, and you enter a relationship, promises are made, places are visited, or that person, either a man or a woman, they promise to look out, to be there for you. They promise to love you. They promise, but then as time goes on, that promise ends to be an abuse. That relationship turns out to be an abusive relationship. That specific problem, it will need your strength. It will need your courage to say, this is not what I asked for. When I entered the relationship, this is not what I asked for. I made a promise to myself that I'm going to love myself. I'm going to enter this relationship, and I'm going to get to know this person, and I'm going to love them. They're going to love me. I'm going to continue loving myself. But now I find myself in this situation where I did not ask. The situation of abuse. What do you need to do? You need to get out of it. So in that situation, there are no excuses where you can make an excuse for somebody who is abusing you and say they're doing this. I've met people that are going through abusive relationship. They make excuses for the person that he is behaving the way that he is behaving because of this. That is an excuse. We cannot tolerate somebody enter our lives, rewrite our story. They can rewrite our story in a way unapologetic to help us grow, to help us keep our authenticity, not through the abuse. If you are somebody who is going through challenges of physically and mentally, emotionally abusing in a relationship, if you're watching this video, there's so much support that you can get out there. If you're based in the United Kingdom, you can call your GP, your local GP, explain to them the situation. And when you explain to them the situation, whether you are a man or a woman, sometimes men, they do go through the abuse, but they feel ashamed to come forward because they feel that they should be strong. But guess what? It is life. It is what it is. If you are a man who is going through abuse, who said you should be strong, you should tolerate it, and you should feel ashamed about it, so you can pick up that phone and get help if you're going through those kind of challenges. Or if you are somebody who is going through challenges at work, and you're worried that if you change your job, how are you going to pay the bills? Maybe your job is paying well, but you're worried that if I leave this job, where am I going to get another job? There's lots of jobs. If you are, how you got that one is how you're gonna get to the next one. There's a lot of plenty jobs out there. If you are, it's all about believing in yourself. It's all about knowing what you really, really want in life and believe in it, even if life it does not make sense. I've gone through challenges myself. When I go through challenges myself, how I solve the problems is to believe in myself, is to trust in my abilities, and trust that whatever is going on is going to come to pass. It's not here permanent. When life, it does not make sense, but God knows that it does make sense to him. Just cry out and to the universe, because your blessings is not the blessings of you going through suffering. You can ask the God to wipe away your tears. By wiping away your tears, your sorrow, your shame, is you taking action. Having just faith in getting up in the morning and getting dressed, having shower, going to work, where physically, mentally, it affects your health. And maybe you have children. Maybe you have a wife, maybe you have a husband, maybe you have a wife. Yeah, I mentioned that. Family. What do you think will happen if you drop dead tomorrow? Because stress do kill. I'm afraid it does. If you don't deal with stress properly, it does kill. It does not say stress. It does not say, okay, I'm gonna wait for you until you get a job, and I'm not. It destroys anxiety, depression. So if you are somebody that is going through those challenges and you are worried that how am I going to pay my bills if I leave this job, but knowing that this job is making you unhappy, knowing that this job is maybe you're not benefiting, you're just benefiting financially. So what is the point of having lots of money into your bank account, buying nice houses, nice cars, and then when you die, family members, they fight for it. They come and fight your wife to have it all. And while you don't look after yourself, I always say I look after number one. Whatever I go through in life, I look after myself. Because if I've got 2 kids. So in order for me to look after my 2 kids and look after their dads, it means number one, it means I have to look after I have to make sure that my well-being is 100%. I hear people sometimes, they say, I put my children first, but how can you put your children first? For me, we are all there in one line. They're holding my hands. I have to make sure that I look after myself. Once I make sure that I look after myself, my family holds my hand and I hold their hand. And we walk that path together with God, of course. So it's very, very important to make sure you look after yourself. It's very, very important to actually understand the power of resilience, the benefits, and the mindset that comes with it. And emotional regulation is very, very important to actually self-assess yourself, and setting resilience goals, building that resilience strategy that you need in your life. And also, if things are not working well, I like this part of rewriting my goals, rewriting my story, rewriting my past, rewriting every story, every path that we walk through. It has there's a meaning to it. Every challenge that we go through in life, it has a meaning to it. Every chapter of your life that you go through, life is a movie. Life is a book. In every movie that you have to go through, you have to understand that you are the main actor in that movie. Whether you have children, whether you have a husband, whether you have a work, whether you like in your workplace. I might be the CEO, like at Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency. I am the owner of the company. But when you walk into my company, you are the CEO of your store. You get to decide how you respond to every situation in your life. I don't get to decide for you. You tell me when you work for me, you tell me if your day, like let's say you have a family, you have children at home. If your child is sick and you come to work, you get to write that story. You get to tell me that, Nomsa, my child is sick and I want to go home. I have got 2 children. So you get to decide, you get to write that story. And if Nomsa threatens you and say, you lose your job if you go home. So you have to tell me that, Nomsa, how am I going to cope if my child is not well? And you expect me to work. So how am I going to cope? I know that if somebody, for me personally, I know that if somebody at home, they are facing challenges and they come to work, they're not going to focus at my work. So that's why for me, it's very, very important to treat anyone that is working with me, to treat them as normal, as long as they're not taking advantage. And you don't have to worry about people taking advantage of me, because people have taken advantage of me in the past and I've dealt with that. But when it comes to reality, when it comes to challenges, if somebody comes to, like, if you are faced with challenges or you are at work, or maybe some of other staff, maybe they give you problems, you have to look back to the contract and tell the owner of the company, this is not what I was told when I apply for this job, that I'm going to have to go through some staff that are actually maybe they are abusive. For me personally, I don't allow that in my company. People apply for jobs to come and look for jobs. They don't apply for jobs to get nightmares. I don't accept it. Even at Ngozi talk shows, if you ask these coaches, they will tell you no one messes with any coaches at Ngozi talk shows when Nomsa is involved. If I'm there and somebody tells me that, Nomsa, I am unhappy, and I will ask, why are you unhappy? If there is any other coaches that are causing that, I don't have time to go to the bush and hide the problems. I don't have time to give somebody attitude. I don't have time to sweep things under the carpet, because when I sweep things under the carpet, the challenge will keep piling up. What I have time is to go to that person and sit down with them, have a coffee like normal people do. First, I have to forgive them myself. I have to find ways how I'm going to approach the situation. I cannot approach the situation like to say you shouldn't do that, you should know better. I cannot approach the situation like that. I have to approach the situation with love, with compassion, and I have to approach the situation with the principles of the company, and try to find out Try to find out why this person, because there's always a problem behind the situation. Sometimes like the company will say, oh, this person has to be go to disciplinary, what the list goes on. But when you go into a person and try to figure out the behavior behind what is going on in their lives, it could be at home, they are not happy, but they are bringing it at work. So in order for me to actually get through to what the problem is, I've got to approach the problem with love. I have to approach the problem with an understanding that this person is a human being. I could easily myself do what they're doing. So I have to approach that situation and respect them and honor them as well with integrity, so I can really find out what is going on. And once you do approach the situation in that way, I find that you end up finding out the deep problems with the person, that what they are actually going through. They're abusing the other person because they're crying inside. They feel that no one is listening to them. And so it's important when you are at work, make sure that when you get a job, make sure that you work for a good person, for a good manager, and make sure for a good owner of the company, make sure that you have a good manager at work, because that is very, very important. Because like myself, I wouldn't want to work for anybody that treats me bad. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I'm met anyway, I would just walk out. I've got no time for that. So it's very, very important to actually make sure that you understand the principles of life. Principles of life, it means when you are, let's say you are at work or you are in a relationship, you have to ask yourself your progress. Are you growing in that environment? And understanding your challenge as well is very, very important. Understanding your challenge, it means you identify that challenge. What is the root? What is bringing that challenge to you? If it's professional, then you have to deal with it. If it's personal, then you have to deal with it. And you have to actually, if it's health, some people, the health, they bring the challenges. Like right now, Carol Ann, she's been off, she's been in a hospital, she was in an ICU, I think, for 6 weeks. But now thank God she's at home. But because she's here to go to talk shows, and she works at she's one of the coaches at Ngozi talk shows. And for those 6 weeks, my heart I wasn't broken, but there was this unsettling feeling that I needed her to get home. I didn't want her to get work. She knows that I don't want to talk about work with her. I just wanted to go home. My prayer to God, it was, God, can your blood go into that hospital? Can you speak on her behalf? Can you answer that sickness that is troubling her life? Can you answer it? Can she find healing in her life? Those were my prayers, to say, God, may you go to that hospital. May you answer. Give her what she needs, her desires. May you speak on her behalf. It was like, even calling Angel Gabriel, my cry was like, go and answer her prayers. And I believed that God will hear our prayers. And I believe that she will go home. When she went home, when she sent me a text, and she was like, at this minute, I'm just waiting for my daughter to take me home. And she was like, by the way, I saw the message in the group. I was like, please, let's not talk about work. It was the happiest day of my life for 2023. trust me, I have won the award in 2020, awards in 2023. I have won so many things, my business and everything. But Carol Ann going home, it was the best news that I've heard in 2023. And I said to her, please go home. And going home, it means that she can relax, she can eat the food that she wants without being told what to do. She can just say, I don't want to eat this minute, I'm gonna eat in an hour's time. She can just decide her life. She can write her own story. So that's what sometimes the challenge is. They can't health wise, or maybe career wise, or relationship wise, but you have to, when those challenges come, or it could be personal development. Sometimes the mindset, I had challenges myself 10 years ago with my personal development. And but when you do have those challenges, when you do face the challenges about personal development, hi guys, sending love. Nomsa Clara sending love is actually, it was my daughter's birthday on the 21st. Yesterday, it was my sister's birthday, my younger sister. And today is my other younger sister's birthday. So I'm going to say happy birthday to my family. Happy birthday, my mother-in-law as well. It was her birthday yesterday, my daughter's grandmother. And who else was 21st? Who else was their birthday? I think those are the people that I know. There's lots of people, I'm sure. And those on my profiles as well, happy birthday. So challenges will come your way. And it's just you have to actually have understanding, identifying the root cause of the problem, and such as maybe it could be internal beliefs, or sometimes it could be the combination of both, like external factors, or it could be something else. So once you uncover the underlying problems, then you can actually sort out, you can then deal with those challenges that you face. Seek external input as well. Prioritize the challenges. I'm not saying when challenges come in life, guys, there are things that are the principles that I live by. I know that there's some things in life that I have control over, but there are some things that I don't. So those I can control, I fix them. I don't worry about things. I can tell you this, it was the root cause of my past relationship. Honestly, my ex couldn't get me that. Why, Nomsa, why don't you take life so serious? But in my heart, I do take life very, very serious. When I'm faced with problems, there is one thing that I don't do. I don't go under the pillow and start crying. Crying is good, but it's not good for me. It's not going to solve any problems. I don't start crying. When I'm faced with the challenges, for me, the first thing that I do, I go into a shock. And then once I go into a shock, and then I accept that challenge. Once I accept that challenge, then now is for me to ask a solution now. What do I do? Then I speak to God and I'm like, God, here's the problem that is presented to me. I don't think I can fix it. If there is somebody out there that can fix it, connect me with that person that can help me to fix this problem that is presented to me. That is my helper. or if there is anyone that can support me to pull through these challenges, please connect me with them or help me to find a solution. I don't stand still. I stand still for one day. If it is a big problem, I'll stand still for one day. And that one day, I don't want to think about the problem. I don't want to think about anything, rather connecting with my inner strength. I need strength. And that's why I pause. Once I pause, now I have to find a solution. And once I find the courage to move forward, I then have to have faith. I have spoken to God. Now I have faith. And I trust my abilities that I am going to get there, even if sometimes things don't make sense. Trust me, there are some problems that sometimes don't make sense. Really, really don't make sense. So you just have to trust that life is on your side. That's what I believe, that whenever I go through challenges, I trust that life is on my side. And everything is going to work out just fine. Just fine. You just have to believe. And when you do believe, God always provides for you. He will always, if you look at life, sometimes there are times where we look at life and we are like, how am I going to pull through this? But you end up pulling through anyway, because He can do it. So I've gone through those challenges in life where I find myself in this situation. I even faced Lucifer himself, the angel of destruction, the angel of death, and the angel that shows up to steal and to destroy. I've gone through all that. So what else can I just, what else that can be presented to me? If you tell me that, if problems are presented to me and you tell me to feel sorrow for myself, so then I can't. Because when life brings you challenges, you have to climb that mountain. So if you are somebody who wants to climb the mountain, you can climb any mountain. I've climbed mountain after mountain. Find myself praying one day, I'm like, God, I'm excited. I'm getting excited. My blessings are coming my way. Life is good. Everything is good. And then Lucifer enters my life and he goes, Namsa, follow me. I give you the life that you want. And I'm like, sounds too good to be true. No. Then he's like, okay, no one refuses me. No one says no to me. So he teaches me a lesson. Then I ask God to give me helpers, and the helpers comes my way. And we fight those battles, and those battles go. And what else, if you can tell me, what else can life brings? So I used to be that person that, like, I used to walk in darkness. Like when I go to church, I'll go to church and I just pray, and I didn't know what I was praying. I would just pray to God and say, you know what, God, do this for me. God, do this for me. But I didn't know the God that I was talking to. And although, when you read the things, you read Bible and you read the scriptures, but then when you actually go to that place where you experience the challenges and God says, choosing me is choosing life, then you can understand what life is about. So I've gone through those challenges where I had to understand my true authenticity. I had to understand how to write my own story, how I want my story to be written. And you can actually write your own story as well. If you are a Christian out there and not knowing what to do in life, a Christian is a Christian, you have a weapon. The Bible is a weapon. Even Tony Robbins says Jim Rohn, he had to help him to memorize the Bible. In order for him to do what he does today, he memorized the Bible to understand what this world work, who is God. And then he now had to actually use that mindset to build his legacy. He's built the legacy through the Bible, understanding that how does life work? How does life work? It's like when you say 90, it says 90 something percent, but to me, I think maybe 90% of life is psychology. Because we have God. God is the creator of the earth, is the creator of the universe. And when you ask for healing, whatever you call him, but I call him God. And we have Lucifer. Lucifer is all about psychology. He actually get into people's mind using psychology. So you go to everything that you do in life, it has to be psychology, because he uses a psychology, because God is the creator. And knowing that God is the creator, he's the angel that was created on earth by God, the first angel that turned against his father, his creator. And he knows inside out how God works. And in order for him to actually bring challenges on earth, he has to use whatever he knows about God against people. So you then have to know how to respond to all those challenges using psychology and using psychology scriptures. And that's how you respond. And knowing how to respond to life is very, 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 very important. And also positive mindset. Mindset is very, very important. The positive mindset can be a powerful tool in overcoming difficult situations in life. Really, really, when you understand your mindset, when you understand how the mind works, when you understand the benefits of a positive mindset, speak life to your life. Speak positive things when you stress. Having a positive mindset reduces stress and improves the resilience, enhanced problem-solving skills, and better overall mentally and physically health. So recognize your negative thoughts patterns when they come into your life. I've always have earphones in my life. I've got, say these earphones. I've got these earphones. I have maybe 5 of them, or 6 or 7 of these earphones in my life. So I put my earphones on, I put my music on. If negative thoughts comes my way, what is my video doing? I'm not sure what this video is doing, but when I'm finished, I'm gonna have to work on it. It's just a new camera, and I'm not sure how to set it up. It's just doing the other things, so I'm not sure what is going on. So yeah, but all I can tell you is it's not set up properly. So the negative thoughts, challenge your negative thoughts. If your negative thoughts, because thoughts become things. And when thoughts comes to your life, negative thoughts, you have to speak life to your life. the importance, understand the importance, also the importance of gratitude. Positive mindset, share exercise and prompt that helps the reader, and it actually helps. It helps, like, let's say when you are writing like you're writing a book. When you are writing a book, you want the reader of that story to actually, you want them to get inside the story, to understand exactly what the story, the main actor and the people around that story. And the mind works like that. So the mind, sometimes maybe you want to go that way and the mind may want to take you somewhere else. So it's very, very important when you respond what you believe to be true about yourself. I speak life to my children. I speak life whenever or sometimes if I speak life to my family, about my family. I speak life about my spouse. No matter how much they annoy me, I will still testify the goodness of how good they are, because that's what I know. I'll testify the good about my children. I'll testify the good about my friends, my family. I testify the good about anything, my colleagues, anything. Because that's what I know. Anything else that is negative is not my story. I don't believe that there is anyone who was born nasty. I don't think there's anyone who was born to be awful, born to be lazy, I don't believe that. I believe that we all have these abilities, and I believe that we all born to be something. That's what I believe. That's the story that I carry. When things don't make sense, I carry that story. And trust me, it works. It works. When family members, they're ill, if I hold on to God and hold on to that healing energy, they get healed. But then it's up to them to fight and come on the other side. So that's what life is about. Life will bring challenges. Say, practice self-compassion. Positive talk, surround yourself with positive people. Pray. If you are a Christian, pray, meditate in the Word of God. If you are not a Christian, meditate. Have some ritual have something that you believe in. Meditate. Do simple exercises, engage in some exercises. And also build a support system. And when you have a support system, it means people help you when you need them. Communicate your needs is very, very, very important. Offer support in return as well. Give. The power of giving is very, very, very important when you give. If you have to, seek professional help if you need to. Write down your clear goals. When you write clear goals, understand the power of goals by identifying the keys of identifying your key areas of focus. What do you need to focus? Defining your SMART goals and setting specific goals, and knowing what you really want in life is very, very important. And be clear and understand that ensuring that goals are achievable regardless of what. And you can put a time frame in it. And if you put a time frame in the goals, Please, please, when that time frame does not work out, please don't cry, don't stress, don't put yourself to unnecessary depressions or anything that is not necessary. Because sometimes the time frame that we think is our time, God's time is different. It's completely different. His time is different. So put that time frame. If that does not work out, rewrite your story instead of wanting to control. Just let it go. Got this. Rewrite your story. Once you rewrite your story and set goals, or maybe evaluate why things did not work how you wanted, without the blame, without blaming people around you, or without blaming yourself. It's very, 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 very important to make sure that you succeed in life. And succeed in life, at a time frame, create action plan, monitor your progress, and over time those overcome your obstacles that are presented to you, and stay motivated. Motivation on its own is no good. You need motivation, you need courage, you need strength. You need to celebrate your wins. You need to know that you are enough. You need to understand the power of loving yourself, the power of time management. Everything comes together as one. Maybe what else can you do? What else can you do? Maybe creating daily schedule and avoid time wasters, people that just waste your time, and set boundaries in life. And when you set boundaries, have principles in place, and have a time management tool and stress management. How do you manage your stress? For me, I manage my stress through prayer. I fast 2 days a week or 3 days a week. I pray to God. I'm always crying out to God to protect me, I cover myself with the blood of Jesus, my business, my everything, my family, everything. Those are my principles that I live by, that I have to. What else do? I fast, I meditate, what else? What else do I do? Meditate, fasting, physically, I run Monday to Friday. Mentally, I meditate to clear my day. And music, I sing inside, connecting my inner being with connecting my spirit with my winning spirit man. And what else do I do to make my life? Journaling, read books, listen to audios, listen to music. Okay, prayer is important to me. Connecting with God. Fasting is important to me. And physically, doing physical exercises is important to me. Walking and running. And spending time with my family. And just put my family, love them unconditional, and love myself unconditional. It's very, very important. And no stressing, and trusting that life is working on my side. Even sometimes it doesn't make sense. I just have to trust, because I know that God sometimes can test me. Honestly, he does. Sometimes I'm like, when he just comes, or sometimes I'll be speaking to somebody And somebody, they go off that way, and I can tell that you are testing my patience, God. I just have to love, keep loving. So you can do your own ritual and just evaluate your life and see what is important to you. And for me, God is, when I say God is important to me, it means when I'm praying, I don't pray for money and say, God, bless me with my finances, or bless me with the customers, or bless me with, I just pray for him to connect to me. And I know that if I'm connected to him, I know that he is going to help me with my desires. He knows my heart. So you can have a strategy that works for you. If you are somebody who is out there and you feel that life is against you, I'm afraid it's not. You just have to cry out, communicate your needs, cry out. Everyone has an angel that is allocated for them to help them. So there's angel everywhere that wants to help you. Those are the real people that God has allocated them. When you cry, they come and help you. It's just learning to communicate your needs, your desires. So it's very, very important when you're going through something to make sure that you communicate it with the right people, by the way. And once you communicate your needs and trust that things are going to just work out just fine. And also wear your authentic coat. Be authentic in life. Life wants people that are authentic. Life is different, but you just have to know how to play the game of it. Before, I didn't know how the universe works, how God works. I was one of those people who just follow everybody else, or just do whatever I think is right. But now I just know that God is there. Whenever I just need him, I just call him out and say, God, I need you. God, I thank you. I just have to praise. No matter what pain I go through, I rejoice. That's my secret, guys. In one word, I rejoice. Try it. No matter what things it throws, whatever life it throws at you, try to rejoice instead of crying, instead of feeling like life is against you. Rejoice. Just rejoice. You see the beauty of it. So guys, if you're watching me on any part of social media, please subscribe to our channel. If you're watching me from YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a Ngozi Talk Show group and Unique Billionaire Mindset group. Subscribe to like those group and follow us. I've got 2 pages, Hope Springs and Ngozi Talk Shows. Join the groups and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're looking for love, please do go to Ngozi Talk Shows. And if you are looking to find your own voice, lead from within, please do go and send a message through the Ngozi Talk Shows coaching thing on Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency, and get in touch. Live with grace, everyone, and God bless.